So, Steph, you hit us with a bombshell literally 5 minutes before we went live.
Yeah,
And this is something that we all collectively, all of us, need to speak about.
Yes.
And that is what to name this adorable creature of a dog. That's now on stream for everyone to see.
So cute.
Oh my god.
I get to meet him tomorrow. So I'm going to see tomorrow.
Steph just starts telling us, oh, I have another dog now. She already has 2 in her house.
Snowball!
Shout to Cod Onyx. Thank you for following.
Snowball.
Thank you. And
Swiffer.
I'm thinking, oh, like dog. I'm thinking just dog. I'm not even thinking anything special. Yeah. And then she shows us this picture, and immediately the 3 of us were all like, oh my god.
Oh my god, I want to hold it in one hand.
I've only known this dog for 5 minutes, but I'm ready to kill everyone and myself to protect it.
See, I'm okay. It's cute.
It's super fucking cute.
Look how
Don't
cute
you
it is,
dare
Leland.
say anything less.
Look, I'm not saying it's not cute. You know I'm a dog guy. This is just not a dog that I would buy.
Look at its small face.
You think I would go out? It's not that I wouldn't go out and buy it. It's because I wouldn't go out and buy it. Not that it's not cute, just not because I don't know. Aren't these dogs like hella
Leland.
expensive?
Yes.
Yeah.
So whittle.
Look
It
at it.
is. It's a tiny puppy. It's adorable. All puppies are cute. But let's get on to the real subject.
What do we call it?
It doesn't have a name.
Yeah, it's dog
Yes.
right now.
That's when we had to shut things down and wait until we were live.
Call him DOG.
Because this dog needs the perfect
I've
name.
only known of like whereabouts of this dog in like the last hour. Like I got off of work, I got a call on Messenger, and my dad straight up was like,
Your dad.
Steph, what is his name? And
Why is that such a threatening picture?
What do you mean?
Like there should be a newspaper right next to it showing the date.
Yeah, he was just like, what do I... And look at his fur. It's just like lined down, like in layers.
It is cute.
It's adorable. That's right.
I just don't have a name.
So far, Max is what they've come up with.
Max,
and that's just not good
and
enough.
Buddy.
No. Ooh, I like... Ooh, how about Mojo?
Mojo. I'm going to just
Mojo's
write
not a
these
bad
down,
name.
and then we're going to just go
Mojo
over
Jojo.
in a list.
Ooh. Oh, I think the boring is related to Max.
Yeah, Max is not a... Here, Max is a fine dog name for
a
like a
person.
golden retriever.
Yeah,
It's
or
not
some
that
kind of,
dog.
dumb-looking bimbo dog.
Yeah, like that dog is not Max. That dog
Yeah.
is something. Now you said, Steph, that your dad's been calling him Buddy, or no, you both said Buddy at the same time.
Like, I wanted...
Honestly,
I feel it's right on that same level.
I mean, it's fine. It's better than Max.
If I were...
It is better
If
than
I
Max,
were to
yeah.
get a hamster, I wanted to name it Buddy. So I've always had that in mind for a name. And it just so happened that when my dad was talking about it in the car, I was just like, Buddy. But I didn't say it out loud. And then when I called him and we were talking, he goes, what about Buddy? And I was just like,
No.
Oh, you said it.
Executive decision.
basic
Buddy
ass
and Max are
motherfucker.
off the table. All right. Now hear about. Now,
Absolutely not.
Now, hear me out
Me
here.
and Steph agreed with that it should be called Sushi. And frankly, Steph, if it's your goddamn dog, you can call it whatever the
I
fuck you
know.
want.
It's true. I vote for Omega Rugal
Omega.
in order to celebrate the release of DLC character Omega Rugal in King of Fighters 15.
Stormageddon.
Absolute Vindicator.
We call it AV for short.
Yeah.
Sora.
No, I like Sushi or Mojo.
Cloud. Cloud was cute.
Cloud's good.
Yeah. What about what was Billie Eilish's first TikTok name? Pussy Destroyer?
No,
Something like
that's
that?
not what... we're not... Pussy Destroyer! No! Come here! Come here now!
How about
Damn it, PD.
Unchained Dominator. How about that?
Pussy Destroyer?
Fur Beast.
Fluffy. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like happy, but also very nervous.
Well, you're naming a creature forever, so
True.
Not that
Peanut,
too. It's
peanut
just-
butter.
there's
Oh.
No.
Jelly.
Maybe I'll find out. Like maybe when I'm like actually like holding it
Yeah.
and
How
like
about
Get to
Cookie?
know the dog.
hanging
Yeah.
out, then I'll come up with some other stuff. But just give it a
Jonathan
come
Joestar.
Josiah.
No.
Give you 4 names in one comment, Steph.
Yeah, Revi, why are you
Wet
so
Jet's the one I
hung
take-
up on
Yeah, Wet Jet's the
cleaning
one that
products.
bothers me most out of
Dusty
those.
Wet
Swiffer,
Jet.
Wet Jet.
Harambe?
Ooh.
My dad freaking
How about applesauce?
Ooh. Anything with an apple name is dumpling.
like my dad literally called me
Soup
twice
dumpling.
and then messaged me
Wait.
and he goes, Puma? Ha 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 ha, and I was like, what?
Steph, you're missing the obvious. R. Kelly.
No.
You call it Kelly.
No.
And it just pees on everything.
No.
And it's gonna. Because you got a fucking puppy.
And you can't
know.
stop it.
That's
You
what-
can't stop
okay,
it from happening.
That's like one of the like. Don't get me wrong.
R.
I'm-
Kelly won't stop peeing
I'm
on
like-
things.
You want to help R. Kelly? Get some therapy for R. Kelly.
I'm like super excited, but like at the same time, like it's reality. Like puppies are a lot of
no,
work.
you should not be having this
That's
dog.
why I'm
Also,
just like,
did you want a dog? I would be mad if someone called up and was like, hey, you now have a dog. I don't have time for a dog?
well, okay,
Like, you just
like,
can't.
That's what I mean. Like at one, I haven't gone out of my way to ever get a dog because of like my living situation.
Because dogs
Like
just come to you, apparently.
like it just so happens that like roommates already have dogs, and then I just get to play with the dogs, and you know I treat them like
yeah.
they're my dog, but at the end of the day they're not my dogs, but I'll treat them all like my
Dog
babies,
dogs.
you know.
Okay, one thing, Steph. Scott says 3-Pac.
Jesus Christ.
Which is fun, but I think we just go back to the source and call it Tupac.
Dude. Well, actually, is your background still Tupac? Is that still what's behind your camera?
No, she got that rainbow thing going on.
Yeah, no, I got my rainbow thing.
No, but behind that is
Oh.
a
Her
there's a
Tupac, her
default.
life-size poster of Tupac that's behind her door. Yeah, it's still there.
You guys don't
on the
understand
ceiling.
how mad I made Steph over the weekend.
Well, let's get into it. You guys did
Yeah,
something weird.
We'll table
Oh,
table
yeah.
the
Yes,
dog
yes,
discussion
yes.
for a
Deb
while.
Yeah,
Hey.
Steph,
We've given you a lot of names.
Y'all got it.
Steph, meet the dog. See if whatever you come up with works with the dog.
Pepsi's
That
kinda
is
cute.
really
Pepsi,
cute.
that's
I ain't mad at Pepsi. Yeah.
I'll note that for my dad. He hold on, Pepsi.
Coke and rum.
Pepsi.
But Coke is spelled like what's that kid from Home Alone?
Kevin
Yeah, Kevin
McAllister.
The actor.
Culkin?
There. You spell Colkin like Colkin rum.
You come at me over Macaulay Culkin.
You took so long to do all that. I don't even know where you started, and I still don't know where you ended up.
I do that thing where I'm about to say something and then it just disappears. And then I'm just left fumbling trying to figure out what was I trying to say.
It's like watching a man tumble down the Grand Canyon.
See? Almost happened to you just now.
Oh my god. Macaulay.
I still got there
You
though,
right.
and I had a line. I had a direct path. What the fuck did you two do this
We
weekend?
did a lot.
So
Let's find out.
about
Motherfuckers going on adventures.
about
and shit.
6 months ago, I saw that, oh my gosh,
Flashback.
the Colorado Symphony is going to have a Final Fantasy VII Remake concert. I must attend this. So I went ahead and bought myself and my brother tickets for it 9 months ago. And I told Steph, and Steph's like, I want to go, as Steph is wont to do. And so she did also buy tickets right next to me and my brother. And then for 6 long months, I've waited.
Was
Oh,
this pushed
I've
back
waited.
at all?
It was not
Yeah,
pushed back
no.
at all. No, crazy enough. But finally, on March 19th, we got to see the Final Fantasy VII Remake Orchestra. And when I tell you that it's one of the greatest weekends of my entire life,
Nice.
I am not exaggerating. at all. There's no hyperbole in that sentence.
Really fun.
It was such a fun trip. Everything went perfectly. Everything went smoothly.
Yeah.
Nice.
Generally no complaints. But here's the crazy thing. My highlight of this entire trip wasn't actually the orchestra. My highlight of the entire trip was that we watched somebody's dad get beat up.
What?
Yeah, it was really bizarre.
Fucking plot twist.
We watched somebody's dad get beat up, and it was crazy.
At the event?
No,
No.
not even.
We were
okay.
actually
In the airport.
we were outside of the Capitol.
Yeah, we were outside
the Capitol
walking
building of
the
Denver.
capital of Denver. We were right at the stoplight, and then all of a sudden, at least from what I remember, Jordan will correct me on anything, but what I
Yeah.
visibly saw,
Why wouldn't you remember? It was 2 days ago.
there was a lot going
Look,
on.
a lot of things
A lot of
happened.
things happened.
They're in Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were at the corner, and I'm just taking pictures of everything, and you just hear, or I visibly saw people run out of a car behind another car
Yes.
and run up to the car, and it was just like, oh shit, what's happening? And then
we saw one man kind of like square up.
yeah,
And then this other dude immediately put his hands on him.
yeah.
And the dude was not prepared at all for this to
It
happen.
was chaotic.
Like, was he just like posturing and then like motherfucker like didn't even wait for the bell?
Basically, yeah. Some dude's dad fucked around and he found out quickly that he can't fight a younger man.
Ooh, what's the age difference here?
Ooh, I don't know.
Paint us a picture. What do these two men look like?
All right, so the dude, the dad, he's had to be at least 45, 50. He's an older Mexican man. He has, his head is kind of shaved.
Yeah.
He's wearing. I don't know if this is real or not, but I think he was wearing a wife beater. I might have just inserted
I think he was
that
wearing a
just
gray hoodie,
just because it's
but I
funnier
was
to me.
confused.
No, the guy
assume
who
it's
the
so
guy
cold out there.
the guy who put his hands on the dad, he was wearing a gray hoodie.
Okay,
for
yeah.
sure.
So I did say a gray hoodie. I saw a guy get pushed
Yeah.
up onto the hood, and it was
Yes,
just
that was the dad.
chaos.
Yes.
I tried to
So-
personally. I was in
Yeah.
the. I was trying to call 911, or I was trying to do the emergency call. Again, I'm one of those
Yeah.
people. Instantly saw a situation, was like, I need to call who I need to call. So,
Which is good. That's
I
a
tried
good
to
thing
call,
to do, Steph.
but it wasn't going
Mark.
in the way that I wanted to, and it all happened so quickly. So all I ended up doing after was taking pictures of the streets in case I had to reference them at all.
I mean, granted, what me and Niall were ready to do, we were just ready to run the other direction in case
Yeah,
in
dude.
case things escalated further.
So you two aren't, or you three aren't
No,
in a car.
we're walking.
No, we're walking
on the street. We were at the
okay.
corner.
We were
of
just
the
walking
stoplight.
along downtown Denver, having a great old time, and we saw this all happen. And the other dude who's putting his hands on this father, he's at least 20 years younger.
Yeah.
This dad is getting manhandled, right? And then his kid hops out the car, slams the door with authority, wearing Crocs, and he's just like, "Leave my dad
yeah,
alone!"
that's what it was. It was very chaotic.
And it affected nothing in the situation. His dad was continuing to get choked out right in front of him. And then
How bad does this get?
No, it happened really
it's so-
fast and really quick.
it was like, yeah, the whole encounter was probably maybe 30 seconds long, but it was a long 30 seconds. I'm pretty sure for that dad being choked out.
Yeah, it was bizarre. It happened so quickly, I didn't know what to do with my emotions other than, like, I don't know how badly this is going to escalate. I don't know if we're going to hear a pop noise. I don't know how I'm going to handle that emotionally, and I don't know when to drop. Well, usually you hear it and you
No.
drop.
We're not going to drop. We're going to run. We're going to run very fast away from
know.
the situation. Because we're not the targets here. We want to get away from
That's
it.
fair.
So yeah, eventually a younger dude rips off the dad's gold chain, throws it in the street, right?
Yeah.
And then, so a girl peeks out from the car behind that the dad was from, and the kid who slammed the door, he
authority.
was just standing there. He was not helping at all. Like, get his chain,
What's this-
get his chain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's this kid look like? Is he like too young to be getting involved in this, or
The kid had to be at least like 13 years old. Like,
okay,
like-
too young to get involved.
yes, he was way too young to get involved, but
He's too busy getting traumatized.
yeah, like he thought slamming that door was going to like.
Yeah.
Oh my
All
gosh,
we
someone
just heard was
slammed
the
the
door
door.
slamming. Leave my dad
Goodness.
alone. And it was like, oh god.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Here, you go.
Straightens
about
up
your
his
day.
shirt like I'm sorry
Yeah.
about this, sir. Like, so this little girl hops out the car and starts picking up the gold chain, and she's about to grab, like, it's ripped in like two pieces. She's about to grab the second piece, and this dude in an SUV who's been watching this entire thing go down honks at her like bro.
Wait, like in the like, hey.
Like honk, like hurry up, you're blocking
No.
the road.
Oh,
Yeah,
We have places to
Got
go.
it.
I see an opportunity, I can startle somebody.
yeah. and
That's fucked up.
mind you,
People in Denver suck.
this happened at probably like
Midday.
10 a.m. This was like at
Yeah,
10
very
a.m.
early in the morning.
It was very early in the morning.
Yeah.
All right, Niall's saying it was like around noon.
Was it real? Oh.
Still very early in the day.
Midday. Yeah.
Because
No. Yeah.
from
Not
that
the time.
point on, it was
That's it.
It was the running joke. The
Yeah.
entire
all you
time.
They just
Well,
kept
of
going
course it
on
is.
for hours as we were walking of just like, hey, don't hurt my dad, he has a bad back. And then it was just all these phrases that they could say that are not helping the
alone.
situation whatsoever. Like, the dad feels bad enough, he's getting his ass beat, but like, it was terrible.
In front of his whole goddamn family.
It was so
rough.
terrible.
Leave my dad
wife
alone. He's on
Wife
workers'
doesn't
comp.
respect him anymore.
He kept yelling. I couldn't
He
breathe.
fell off a ladder at work. Can't go back for a few days.
This kid just saying
Do
nonsense.
you have any idea, any theory as to why this all
I
went down?
think there was an affair, and they got.
What?
Keep going, Steph.
think that?
No, keep going.
I thought it
No,
was like
I'm
someone
very
was,
curious about
like,
your story
hooking
now,
up with-
Steph. Please continue.
I just
Yeah.
thought, like, well, because it was two men fighting, and then I just remember someone yelling at the woman who was like holding the steering wheel. Right? It was a woman driving.
Yeah. Yes.
I just remember, and then the guy's getting hit, and I was just like, did someone like sleep with someone, and then someone got upset, or
No. What?
Is that all you think two men fight about?
no? That was the first thought I've seen.
Like it must be about a woman.
It's like the opposite Bechdel test, you know? Like, instead of two women talking about men, it's two men always fighting about a woman.
Yeah. Every fight is about a woman.
No, like, for me, I thought it was probably like, it was like a white car and a gray car, and I think the white car was in front. That had the younger man in it.
Yeah.
I think they probably cut off the silver car.
You think
And,
it's straight road rage.
yeah, I think it was straight road rage. The dad got out like, "Hey, what the fuck?" And then he started getting choked out. I was like, "Oh no, this is
This
not
was
what
a
I
bad
expected."
idea. I couldn't win this fight. Why did I start it?
That's when he knew he fucked up.
Yes. And like, it was just so funny to me just thinking about just like the car ride afterwards. Everyone's just dead quiet. You know, the dad's like,
Awkward.
the son's
Like
out there
somebody
just
three-
staring at his dad. Like,
Somebody 3 cars back is really annoyed and upset that they stopped because they have no idea what's happening up front.
Yeah.
And that someone's life is being
Yeah,
threatened.
it was bizarre.
little did he know that somebody's dad just got beat up,
The word.
and his son,
How-
the image of his father, is forever tainted.
Batman was born that day. Little Colorado Batman was born that day. How long does this fight go for?
Again, it was like
Yeah,
maybe
this is
30
like 30
seconds.
seconds. Like it just we're
Alright,
at the
so, like,
stoplight.
it was
It
like
goes
a D&D
down,
fight.
and it's
Yeah.
enough to just be like, "What the fuck is happening? What the hell's
it
happening?"
was like just the duration of the stoplight,
Yeah.
basically.
They all got back inside before it
Yeah, because
turned
at
green.
one point they drive when it's green to go, and it's just like, all right, well, that was that. We can cross now. We can cross the street now.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
This is bananas.
Yeah, it was. that was basically the start of our day.
Is this concert day?
Yeah,
Yes,
that
this
was
is
the
concert
morning
day,
of
yeah.
concert. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Steph, you have your phone on you all the time. Why didn't you get this? For the first time ever, your phone skills failed the broadcast.
It's because this time Steph wanted to be the helpful person instead of just recording
Yeah,
something.
I was trying to call the
She was ready to call the
I was trying to
police.
call.
Like,
Yeah, she's doing the
But
right
it wasn't
thing.
going down exactly how I wanted it to.
Jordan and Niall are on the other side going like, World Star!
right? We were just sitting there watching this all go down. It was great.
Steph's trying to fucking help
I
him
can't,
man's life.
Steph, I can't judge you. I wasn't there.
She's struggling to call 911 and also taking photos of the streets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had,
Like-
what do you call that? Because on my phone, when I first started, it has that PIN number, like you put your PIN in, and right on the very bottom it says emergency call. So I clicked that, and it didn't work the way I wanted it to. So I was trying to get out of it while this is all
would've gone
happening,
straight to,
and
like,
then
regular calling.
I figured because I already dialed it once, they would call back, and they didn't call back.
No.
So, I don't know. I took that as, I guess it's not an emergency anymore. So then, before we went across the street, I took a picture of the streets just in case they called me to be like, I saw a fight happen.
They don't know shit
And
about
I
you.
didn't know what to do.
But also stuff is just like, yeah, in front of the Capitol building. Like, we were right
Yeah,
there.
that's also true. Yeah,
Like-
yeah, we were.
You know, you said Capitol building up there in the front, and I immediately thought like this was going to be some kind of like racial or like political tension like thing.
Yeah.
No, it was like two Hispanic dudes fighting. It was okay.
Where is this?
So it's just like hanging out in San Diego.
So, I'll say I've never been to Colorado. I've never been to Denver.
Beautiful, right?
Oh, it is so goddamn beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is, but I just like looking at older architecture. And downtown Denver, it's fucking lousy with it. There's so many like old buildings and stuff nearby, and such interesting looking buildings. It was so cool. And I
Yeah,
didn't
that
know,
place is old as fuck.
Heavily,
Yeah, and also-
architecture.
Yeah, the architecture beautiful, and I didn't know that there was such a huge like performance arts community in Denver. I did not know that. That was a very welcome experience. Welcome thing.
Sight to see.
Yeah, it was a really cool thing to see. Like, I'm looking around. I could live here. Yeah, I could do that. Like,
I would do it.
yeah, I'd be down. Like, if I lived in Denver, in downtown Denver, I'd probably be seeing like all kinds of shows like every weekend. Because like in the area we were in, we were at Boddicker Hall, but that's part of the Performance Arts Center.
Yeah.
Where there's at least 3 other theaters around us. So as we're going in to go watch the symphony, there's one line for people lining up for Hamilton. There's another thing for some dude playing in something. Like,
Oh, yeah,
there's so many things happening at once.
There was apparently a
Steph.
Letterkenny show, and apparently Billie Eilish had
Yes.
a concert when we were there. No clue. Had no clue.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of things happening all around us, and it was awesome.
That's rad.
Yeah. We just, but yeah. There's the Letterkenny line. Like, we're like, it was a lot. There was a lot of things.
Just plaid and tight jeans, like all in a row.
Yep, and then one person off in the distance said, "To be fair," and then just like a wave coming back down the line.
Good.
That's perfect.
That's how
That's
I
exactly
want that.
how I
yeah,
would want it to
That's
be.
how I want that to go. Yeah.
And what else?
But yeah, so the concert itself was fucking fantastic. Well, honestly, my favorite thing was, you know, we're hearing the music happening. I looked to my side and I just see my brother just like, he's just smiling, just nodding. I'm like, this is everything to me right now. Like, this is the best. So much
Were
so
there-
that
Were there
go on.
people in costumes?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, there were
100%,
people
yes,
in costumes.
yes.
There were people around.
Right
There's
on.
there's a ton of people dressed up as Aerith. There was one couple. One was dressed as Aerith, and her boyfriend, I guess, was dressed as Cloud. I'm like, all right, you guys know. Like, it was so cool. Like, so much so that I decided, I'm gonna buy the original soundtrack for the original game. I'm like, you know what? I'm at the remake orchestra. Let me get the remake album as well. This is seven CDs worth of music. Each CD has around 20 to 29 tracks. 7 CDs.
Fuck.
And then-
What's a CD hold? Like 90 minutes?
Around there, that sounds about right.
Something like that?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
a fucking
No,
shit ton of music.
There's a shit ton of music in the game, and it's like there's almost never a point in the game where there's no music playing.
Yeah.
There's just always a track going, and it's so good. Also, like, oh wait, there was also a DLC for this. Yeah, I'm gonna get that soundtrack too. So
They saw you coming.
Oh yeah, no.
They were like, get ready.
this fucking mark.
That's $190 worth of music right there.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Good for you.
Because like I've been trying to get the remake soundtrack since the game came out, but it's always been sold out. They sell it on the Square Enix website for $77.77 because it's Final Fantasy VII, baby. But it's always just been sold out. So of course, at the Symphony they marked it up to $80. I'm like, I don't care. I have it right now in my hand, so yeah, I did it. It was great. I wanted the vinyls, yes, but the vinyls sold out immediately. Like I bought this all during intermission.
Yeah.
And yeah.
God, how many vinyls? How many fucking records is that?
Like a 6-inch vinyl comes like here's yours.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It comes on a pallet.
Granted, I don't even have a
Record player?
I don't have a record player, so I was like, it'd be a little bit pointless if I bought the vinyls. But I'm trying to get a vinyl player because I want.
I
some records.
come across that conundrum sometimes. There's some vinyls I'd like to have, and I think my brother's got one that may or may not work, but like I don't own a record player.
Oh yeah,
but I do like that aesthetic.
And Scott, you're 100% correct. Yes, the boss battle music in Final Fantasy VII was inspired by a Motorhead song. Yeah. The track is called "Still More Fighting." If you want to look that up and listen to it yourself, it's a great song. My one complaint.
Please! I want to hear the complaint.
My one complaint about the symphony, God, is that they did not play the one song I wanted personally, which is Genova, quickening the Genova theme, because that song to me is just so iconic. But it's okay because they ended on Sephiroth's theme, and that was perfect. It was no introduction. Like,
did they have any kind of choir?
Yes, there was a live choir.
Fuck yeah!
So good.
Oh shit!
It was so good. Like,
are they playing visuals as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And lights and shit.
No lights. It's just the visuals. Yeah. So you see like what parts of the game that this song would be playing.
They had it like
Is it chronological?
A character,
almost like like very light lit, but like focused on the
dim.
Dim.
That
okay.
area. And then they had
the focus on the orchestra. Yeah.
It was a globe theater, and with
in the round.
with like 4 huge panel like screens, and then that was playing so you could see.
Yeah.
If you go to Steph's social media, you'll see some photos of
I
it.
got to do all my posts. I have not posted.
Yeah.
There's a lot to post.
There's a lot of stuff to post. That mostly I was like, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna let Niall and Steph take all the pictures because there's no need to have these.
They got it handled.
Like, yeah.
They got it handled.
But yeah, like after like it was like the third or fourth part. The conductor he waved like, oh yeah, it's over. He's walking away. Then of course he comes back out for the encore, in which they played Aerith's theme. They played. I forgot what the second song was. After that ended, just like a pause.
And then Mega Ran comes out and they do all black materia.
That would have been amazing. Oh my god, that would have been great. Apparently Mega Ran's gonna be there like, is it next week or something?
On the 24th or 25th, Mega Ran's gonna be there. I was like, oh.
I think he's coming.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be in San Diego soon. I think I saw.
Yeah.
I liked during the orchestra too. They'll have like messages from
various people from the development team,
from the development team.
They also,
oh nice.
Yeah. And there's like the last video messages came from Uematsu himself, the guy who did the soundtrack for Final Fantasy VII, the original, and most of the tracks for remake. And it was a lot. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was nice because they'll be like this is the way. Like some of the songs, it would be like this is the vision like he had for it. So he wanted you to experience it the way that he wanted you to experience it. So they changed some things, or or whatever, but that was pretty cool. I bawled my eyes out. I haven't even beat the game.
Yes, Anthony. Yeah, true.
Was anybody under the influence while watching the show?
The entire time. Come on.
They were in Colorado.
Yes, Colorado.
Just checking. Just checking.
They have dispensaries next to every gas station.
Yeah.
That's not
And every
an
gas
exaggeration.
station. So like way worse than San Diego.
Oh yeah.
I mean they've been at it longer,
yeah.
so
2012.
it's
Since 2012.
it's no surprise. It's right there on the banner that says Denver.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, Jordan, and say 2012 is also when that arts district started getting real popular in Colorado as well.
Really started growing.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's when it became a cool place.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Shook off the last of that Aspen
'Cause
vibe.
that one- go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was going to ask what did Jordan do to make you so angry?
Oh.
Oh yeah. We can't let that die.
Well, one, I was already intoxicated, so when I was trying to explain myself, I was spiraling very deeply. But apparently, what was it? You tell it. It has to do with Tupac and having that fucking story of just like how big that poster was. And it wasn't that big.
You mean that wall-size poster that you now have in your room?
He has
The
this
poster of Tupac that's so large that as I'm walking up to your house, I can see the tip of his bandana peeking out.
From outside. Yeah.
I remember because I screenshot it. I specifically had a sketched picture of him
Wait, just
view showing his overalls and his bandana. He was not shirtless. I never had a shirtless picture of him in my room.
that's patently
was
false.
my-
You know how I know it's false, Steph? I know it's false because I saw it myself.
Which is so dumb. I lived in there.
I could destroy. I could.
You two have been
describe-
friends for 37 years.
Yeah.
You guys
we're
are
both
only in
32.
30s.
I could describe the Tupac poster that was in your room
And
that
it
spans the
was so
entire
wrong.
wall to a T. It's black and white. Tupac shirtless, his thug life across his stomach.
never
He's
had
looking off to
that.
the side.
Not once.
And then every
Steph-
time she tries to describe this, whatever picture she had, she can't find it. Doesn't exist on the
Because
internet.
I
It's
got
not
it at
real.
the Delmar Fair. It was one of those hand-drawn, sketched things. And I don't know. It's just so annoying because no one
Okay,
everyone
so
will believe that.
hold on. All right, so you got angry
Not actually
again
angry.
at something that has already been
Well, that's
discussed
why.
several
At,
times. So
at like a year's
so
old
this
bit.
you didn't bring anything
This
new
bit was
to the
so
table this
fucking
evening with this
flawed.
argument.
The location was
So
new.
Oh
flawed.
God,
We talked.
Colorado had not experienced the
The high altitude made her real testy about it.
I swear.
Niall got to see it live.
This bit, literally, every time this comes on, or every time this comes up, with whoever we're talking with, this will go on about like an hour to 2 hours of me trying to defend myself, and me never
a good
having
bit.
proof of what it actually looked like, other than he was in overalls. He did not have an exposed lower area. You did not see thug life on him.
No, he did because he's shirtless, just like across the stomach.
True.
You should probably stop trying to defend it, and it'll stop a lot sooner.
Yeah.
And then after that, we were I remember specifically stating like there are sometimes that I go into Ross and I see the Machiavelli line and I look at those sweatpants and I'm like, I want those, but I don't want it to be a thing where it becomes a like Steph's going on with the bit. It's just like I see them and I'm just like, you know what, I want those pants, but I don't
Steph,
want to buy
that's the
them.
thing. That's because it's not a bit, baby. It's your life. It's just you. just
Lean into it.
yeah.
Live your truth. Come on, girl. What would Tupac say? Huh? What would he say?
He would say, "Come with me."
It's exactly what he would say.
I just remember trying like looking and searching through Google for just what it looked like and not finding it and just being like, I
Doesn't
swear to
exist.
God, I know what.
How many?
Ain't real.
How many times did you see Poetic Justice in the theater?
I didn't watch it in theater. I think I have the
'Cause you were
DVD.
She's too little.
Of course you have the DVD.
I did watch.
Because she was 4 at
Was
the
it?
time.
It was the Resurrection doc. I watched that by myself in theaters. I remember that.
I remember that too. That you watched it by yourself in theaters.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And I bawled my
I would have
eyes
watched it
out.
with you. Why did you go by yourself?
Damn, it was cold.
And then I remember saying, like, I forgot what I told you. On one of the drives home, I was like looking on Spotify, and I was like, you know what? Let's listen to Tupac. And I was just like, there's an area that I think he'll always be in my heart in the corniest way.
Of course he
possible.
will.
Yeah.
Cause
Of course.
yeah, when you were talking about it, I was like, I heard it, and I was just like, there will always be this area. Like, even though it's a joke, it's like there's a lot of truth to it.
It's also true.
Whenever we eventually start making LRC merch, I just want a shirt that says Thug Life across his stomach.
What else did you guys get up to in Colorado?
Steph,
anything
this
else
one's all
fun?
you.
After
On Sunday.
well, after the orchestra, where'd we end up? We just went straight back to the hotel.
No, we walked around for a little bit.
Did we see anything? I don't remember if we saw anything. The first night
Too high.
we went to an Irish.
I'm talking about the elevation, Steph. You're too high up. Air's thin, makes
There was
tough
a
to.
lot that happened. I have to reference pictures. I took a lot of pictures.
Also, you were smoking weed.
I mean,
Steph, let's ignore that we went to bars on Friday night and just jump to Sunday where we went to.
Oh, we went to Meow Wolf, the convergence station.
Jesus.
Yeah, how was that?
Ooh,
So
it was a
cool.
trip.
Now I will say,
Did you guys?
go first, Anthony.
I was gonna say you've been to the Vegas area
Not yet.
51.
No. We went to
One?
the Santa Fe one.
We went to the Santa Fe.
Oh, okay.
Meow Wolf.
Right.
Yeah. So Santa Fe, Meow Wolf Santa Fe, that is the original Meow Wolf location. And there, the exhibit is called the House of Eternal Returns, which to me personally is still my favorite one out of the two that we've seen.
Yeah.
But Convergence was really cool, and it was a more interactive experience because at the House of Eternal Returns, you have to have your phone out to scan barcodes, and that gives you like extra lore
right on.
and stuff, that's super cool. But at Convergence, they give you just this little cardboard card that has an RFID in it. You just have to scan various things inside the installation, and then you can go and you could view different memories and stuff. You're supposed to be collecting memories to put together the story of what the Convergence
right on.
is, why this is all happening,
Yeah.
what's happening to these
God, this
specific
shit's so
characters.
cool.
Yeah.
It's the coolest goddamn
It's
thing in
pretty
the
sick.
world.
I'm legit upset that I have not
At
been
least
to
one, the
Vegas
Vegas one?
yet. Any of them? I haven't been to any of them yet.
Well, it's
but
all right,
Vegas
Anthony. You and me we're gonna be talking about Vegas by ourselves later. So it's all good.
Oh,
Why by yourselves? Rude.
Because you ain't gonna want to go.
What do you mean?
What do you
Why
mean?
would I not want to go again? We still got LORC.
I'm going to
goes
Vegas at least 2 times this
I-
year.
Oh,
this is
they go to
awesome.
Vegas
Three,
all the
actually.
time.
This is great. I'm just stirring the pot. Just
Yeah, I'm going to Vegas at least 3 times this year.
Yeah.
There's
And what are you and I doing that they don't want to do?
It was a joke.
Oh.
I'm getting concerned.
I mean, there is something I want to talk to you about later. Yeah.
All right.
Who do I get to know?
Later.
Okay, cool,
yeah.
cool.
awesome. But yeah, so it was super cool. Convergence is clearly way bigger than the Santa Fe since House of Eternal
There was
Returns.
5
How
levels.
big are these buildings?
five
okay,
floors.
so
They're
like
warehouses.
Yes.
IKEA size.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And basically, when you're inside the installation, everything is art. Basically, it is part of whatever the theme is.
Absolute immersion.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
absolute. It's like if you walk through, go into the escape stairway, then you're back in the real
Yeah.
world. But go back through, then Convergence,
Yeah.
Like
You just explore, like if you see a handle, you could try pulling it and see what happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes nothing will happen and it's just stuck to the wall. or sometimes you'll pull something and realize this is a thing you could go through and end up in a completely different room. It's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I really would love to meet like the people who design these things.
Same
There-
here.
Like, what kind of fucking batshit weirdos are
There
they?
was one area that we walked through and it had a crawl space on the bottom and it was padded.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, let's just crawl in the space and see what happens. So they had these little like circular pods that you could just like crawl
Yeah,
in
like viewing
and
pods.
pop your head up to just kind of see what art they had there. And it
Yeah.
was like almost like a little grass field with like cows and some other animals.
Yeah.
And it had 3 different ones. So you could crawl over to the other one and see a different angle and a different angle.
Yeah.
When we, like, the first big room we stepped into looked like a whimsical, like, I don't know.
It's like we're in Wonderland.
Yeah.
Like
Like a very fairy world, almost. Like they had.
But then there's also like a creature with like 9 arms.
Yeah.
Like coming out of a tree. Like,
It was really bizarre.
and then like one of the cool things was like in that big room there was like multiple little things that you can scan, but you have to wait for it to be ready. And when you actually scan it using the RFID card, like it would mess with something in the room. Like one of the times I did, a bunch of lights started flashing and like some sound started playing and stuff like that. So it's like there's that level of interactivity to it. And I have to stress, it is a multimedia thing. Like, there's videos, there's music, there's stuff to look at. There's all kinds of different forms of art, all jam-packed inside these buildings, and it's crazy. And, like, usually the ongoing theme, at least between the House of Eternal Returns and Convergence, is that Eternal Returns is you're going through different dimensions and different people's memories. Like I'm in so-and-so's memory, and this is how he remembers his room, and there's weird stuff here and there. In Convergence, it's more like these 4 separate planets are combining for some reason. And all these things are colliding, so when you walk into one room, it's like a bunch of TVs with random family photos
yeah.
and videos playing. Then you walk through the next room and you're in a little hell room where it's just you're like in a carnival with a bunch of dudes eating hot dogs.
I recorded
forcefully,
that
and it's
because it was weird. It almost looked like we were in like a clown fun house, and then
Yes,
it
was a hell room.
yeah,
yes.
it looked like a carnival, but it was like really like I don't like this.
How like scary does that get? Like how intense does a room like that get?
Not too bad. No, it's fine. It's still kinda...
children can walk through, be totally
Yeah.
fine.
All right.
Now, as adults,
not arena terror
no,
level
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
nothing
intensity.
like
yeah. But as adults, we've lived longer and we've seen what horror can actually be like. And that room is a horrifying room. Just I don't want to see a bunch of dudes eating hot dogs in a carnival setting,
like not even
clowns and
that.
shit all around me.
I sent it
It's
in the group
horrifying,
chat,
Steph.
But
It's horrifying.
yeah, there was like, hold on.
That I just see your dog again.
Oh, did it not send it?
So cute.
And then, there was one. If anyone saw it on my story, there was like this really, really colorful looking glass temple looking building. That room was so sick. So like it was like this super colorful,
I'm not gonna play that on the.
temple, and then like if you looked up at the sky, it had the like what is it? Aurora lights?
Aurora Borealis.
Yeah, the lights. And then
the
like
Northern Lights.
and then some areas would like flash like lightning, and then some areas would just get all like blue and the colors would change. It's just oh my god, it's like eye candy.
Like
just
if
so much
if we
to
had
stare at.
unlimited time, I would still be there right now, just like still looking at things. Apparently, we've missed like entire rooms. Like,
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
some stuff I didn't
I've
even
heard-
see, and I was like, "What the heck?
yeah.
I didn't see this."
I've heard at least about the Area 51 that like there's like what do you get, like a 90-minute window to be in there or something like that, like an hour or something?
Huh. Well,
Like aren't you timed like how long you're allowed to be in there?
no. But they do stagger how many people can go into the thing at once. So it's like So we had the 11:20
11:20
slot. The next slot was
maybe that-
11:40. So it's just like to stagger
that
how many
makes
people
me
can go
think-
in. Yeah.
I think that just makes me assume that there's a time limit. But like, yeah, there's just too much to like get in one
Yeah.
pass.
Yeah. All right. Here's
and that's part of what like I find these things to be so incredible.
Well, how
Yeah.
far away is the one from Vegas?
It's
Oh, it's in
it's
Vegas.
in Vegas.
Oh, well then,
Yeah.
yeah, we're going. Okay.
It's
never
in
mind.
Vegas.
Yeah.
I
So-
thought it was like outside on the way. I was like, I don't want to make an extra
It's
trip
off
somewhere.
the strip.
It's
Oh,
like
okay.
right
Then I'm
there.
good.
Yeah.
There's one picture I'm going to show on stream for Meow Wolf, and it's this one that Steph already put in our group chat. Let me make that bigger.
Oh, the castle thing.
Yeah.
It was so
Yeah, that's cool.
pretty.
Yeah. And that,
Oh yeah, I remember. I think you posted this.
And that's my
that's
brother
Niall.
standing in the middle there, but yeah.
It was just
But yeah, like that castle, that room, that was my favorite room. And I made it the background of my phone because it was just really
Nice.
it was really cool to see.
It looks incredible.
What's it called?
looks-
Meow Meow Memes?
Meow Wolf.
What's it?
Meow?
meow
Wolf.
wolf.
I
Yeah.
kept hearing you say
So
Meow Meow Beams.
the one in Vegas is the Omega Mart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've watched videos on
Yeah,
that. Hell yeah.
Right? Okay,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
one, that's gonna be the next one, for sure.
Boy, Steph, send Niall the pictures
Oh
you
yeah, I
took.
have a lot to send. I'm not gonna do it
Like
right
then
now.
maybe
but,
later.
Yeah, not right
Yeah.
now.
This is just
Maybe-
to reference
maybe-
stuff.
You know.
Don't know why you didn't do like the instant share thing while we're all right next to
I
each
don't
other.
know. There was a lot going on. There was
You saw a man get beaten to death. There was a lot going on.
the way. Another thing that I liked too is like they like perfectly place like certain figures or whatever like in the perfect spot where you could just like as you walk around and kind of look at different angles of it, like I don't know, it just like it all fits together. I don't know how to explain that, but like there was a car that they had in their like
Oh, yeah.
street.
Yeah.
Is that
On one of the
yeah?
streets
Like
that we
they
were
made
on
like a street,
inside the building.
and the way that they angled
like C
it and
Street or
had
something?
like the lights on the bottom made it look like it was just floating. Like it just looked like a floating car, and it looked super sick. Hold on, I'm gonna send that in the group chat too.
Right on.
But like
But yeah, it
Oof.
is such an awesome experience.
I've never heard of anyone having a bad time at
Yeah.
any of these.
Yeah. Granted, I don't know anyone who's actually been to these either.
All three of I mean, there's people that I follow on like Instagram
Yeah.
specifically.
Okay, yeah,
I've
yeah.
been to a couple of them. Like I only know a couple people, like in person, who have been to them, and they've all been to the Omega Mart, and that's it.
yeah.
You two are the only two that I know of that have been
to
to
the
those
other
other
ones.
ones.
So right now we have the floating car on stream. But yeah, like out of everyone I don't know anyone personally that's been to any of the Meow Wolf stuff except for me, Steph, and my brother. So
Another thing too is they have
Right on.
they have like some, I guess you could say, I don't know if they're actors.
yes,
Yeah, they'll have
yes.
some actors in the room that are just doing them. Like we were in one that was like a salon, and as soon as you walk in there, she greets you. She's just hanging out in there and talking
Yeah.
to you, and then
because
She's
I mean,
part of the art.
yeah, because the conceit is we're on this other planet and that's just her shop
Mm-hmm.
that we are in. Like
and then there was they had some guy setting up for a magic show. He was just doing
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't want to see it.
Oh yeah, that was right. You're like
I-
he's a demon,
I don't-
and then we left.
I don't need to know that demons exist on
That's
other
what-
planets
yeah.
too.
Opposite. You're the
What?
opposite. of
Can you
fun.
buy shit there?
Yeah, they have a store.
Yeah,
Yeah, they have a
yeah.
store.
They have a gift
What
shop.
is it like? T-shirts and shit.
Yeah, and there's also like different like
some weird
plushies
shit.
for
Yeah,
stuff
figurines.
okay.
in
clothes.
the yeah.
Right.
They
on.
also-
Okay, so your general merchandise store for like
Yeah.
instantly. Okay.
And then they carry
Like-
some of the stuff from like the other places there too. Not necessarily like like merch that will say like Santa Fe, but like
Yeah.
they'll have like
Just to make you aware of the others.
they have stuff
Yes.
to show
Right.
that. So you'll be like, "Oh, where is this hamster from?" or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
They also have an online store too if you want to look at what they have for sale. There's like over 500 things on there.
And then
Damn.
another thing too is like because we went to the one in Santa Fe, the House of what is it?
Eternal Returns.
The House of Eternal Returns.
Yes.
There was some stuff that we'd see that like referenced the other things, so it'd be like, oh my god, there's a hamster, or like, oh my god, this is so and so, and we'd be like, oh, we saw this at the other one, but I don't know.
Yeah, so yeah,
That's super cool.
because like one of the storylines in the Santa Fe House of Eternal Returns is that a hamster was teleported to multiple dimensions and in time. Just the hamster's lost somewhere. So as you're going through the House of Eternal Returns, you'll see the hamster Nimsescu just like show up randomly in places, but then at Convergence in Denver, there's actually a missing poster for Nimsescu
with the little tabs you can pull. It's interesting because like when we went to the Santa Fe one, like we were told about like, hey, this is like there's a story to this. You know, if you want to know the story, like this is what you need to do. This is what you need. You know what you need. And of course, when we went in there, we already had this understanding of like, okay, we're trying to figure out the story of the house. But like, you'll see other people who go, huh?
No, because when we first got there, that's when we all found out that there was a storyline.
Well, that's what I mean. Like we were told about a story, so we went in looking for all these things, and sometimes we saw people who were just like, "Oh, I found it," and then like, you know, we're like, "Oh, okay, so you're doing the story too." And then there's people who walk in there with like no plan whatsoever, and and that's not a bad thing.
Just look at cool stuff.
It's not a bad thing, but it's just like they're just there
it's not a bad
just
thing, but
to kind of.
Yeah. That's not a bad thing, but to me, that's insane. Yeah. Like, there's a thing, there's stuff to like,
if you consciously ignore it.
Yeah, that's weird. That's just nuts. Super. Like, oh, this is weird stuff. You just walk through, like, but there's a reason why it's here. There's a reason why it's weird.
Context. Like, you just want to know the context. Oh.
Yeah, but
that's very cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Super, super fun. I know there was a lot of things. There was like a cold room that we went into where it was just like ridiculously cold in there. And then there was...
That's Denver, right?
Yeah. Denver was pretty chilly the whole time. Luckily, it did not snow at all the entire time we were there. So that was nice.
There was snow.
There was snow on the ground.
But we didn't get snow.
Yo, there was one point in the day where there's a bunch of snow on the ground. So it's like, yeah, she's running over and stepping on each thing of snow. Step on each thing of snow. There's one that was near me. It was just near me. Like, I didn't even know it was there. I was about to, like, I almost stepped on it. But then I looked down at the last second. I see it there. Steph was already right next to me. Arm cocked, ready to push me out the way so she could step on. What do you mean not aggressive? You were locked and loaded. You were about to launch me into the goddamn stratosphere. Just so you can step on the snow.
I just got really excited, okay? I was like, ooh, snow! And I just walked over to crush it.
Like he was somebody's dad and you're just about to wreck shop.
Yeah. She's like, I don't know you.
Hey, I got excited, okay? I saw snow and I was like, ooh. And then I remember looking and being like, you know how they have
Push me away like somebody's dad.
They have like, you know how they have like the higher planners where they like, oh god, is Niall dying over there?
Yeah, I caught him off guard.
It was this weekend was really
Scott's
fun.
got a good one in chat.
There was like a lot of stupid things that we just could not stop laughing at because it was just funny to just joke about everything or just like
because like it. You go
it
first.
sounds like it was a great time.
It
sounds like you guys had a fucking great weekend.
It was fucking perfect. Like.
That's super cool.
There's not a lot of memories I have that are like, oh, this was a perfect day or whatever. This, I hope I remember forever because it was perfect.
Like, God. And I'm just out here fucking in my attic trying to crawl and not fall through my own fucking ceiling.
That could be fun too. Did you fall through the ceiling?
I didn't.
See, that's a win right there. That's a win.
I decided I was tired of the internet not being as good on my side of the house as it is on my brother's side of the house. So I bought 50 feet of Ethernet cable.
Aw, shit.
drilled up into the ceiling and started working my ass across. And because my house has additions,
Yeah.
it's not all open. Like I had to squeeze through a little access hole, and then carefully make my way and follow the beams that I know what they are and whatnot. I only made 2 unnecessary holes that I'll fix.
That feels like an easy patch.
At least it's just a small drill hole, not a full body person hole.
Punch hole.
I mean, it's a little bigger than a screw hole.
Oh, that's a lot
Okay,
of
so
hole.
you can see a little mouse peeking now, but
I could. Oh, that mouse could just fall out and not even touch the edges. No, because I wasn't thinking clearly. I wasn't really. I wasn't being logical about the whole thing.
like you didn't have like a set plan going into it.
Well, I knew what I wanted.
Yeah.
But I wasn't thinking about how houses are actually built.
Yeah.
I was thinking about how I built some fucking shanties in some shopping marts, where we put the studs up, but we didn't brace them in between. When I was working for the JV schools and we would build classrooms, we threw up walls pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So we just spaced our beams out and never went across. So you could just with enough power go through 2 sheets of drywall right between the beams and you're out.
Yeah.
But actual houses have supports that go across.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
So when I was in the ceiling and I'm like, okay, this is the wall, this is the distance, should be from the end of the house. There's the vent for my heater, so I know where I'm at. And I drill into the frame itself because in my head, I'm going to drop the cord down and I'm going to make a little, a outlet for it so it looks nice and clean. Because if I could avoid it, I didn't want just a cord coming down out of a hole in my ceiling.
Fair. That's fair.
But I wasn't thinking about those support beams that go across. So all that cord probably only got halfway down and then just bunched up. And there's no way to get through that without tearing all the drywall up.
Yeah.
And then having to fix feet of drywall afterwards.
Yeah.
So after making the first hole, and looking around, fuck, it's not there. What, I should have enough space. I wiggle my phone in there and I'm taking photos with the flash on to try and see it. And it's not there. I'm like, fuck. All right. Maybe I'm in the wrong set of pillars.
Yeah.
In the frame. So I go 12 inches off to the left and I do it again and it's not there either. I'm like, fuck. It's got to be here or there. And I'm sitting there trying to think about it until I realize, fuck. Real houses have support going across. And there's no fucking way. I have to get back up there and just drill a hole and drop in. So that's why I want to take another shot at getting into the streaming.
Yeah.
Because if anybody remembers the one time I tried, it burned famously into just a heap of unworking everything. So I dropped it down. I moved my Wi-Fi extender and plugged it straight into that. Because my PlayStation also suffers.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to I don't even know if I can Y-split an ether cord if there's a adapter for that.
Yeah, you can.
I assume there probably is.
Just get a Ethernet splitter. It's just it's just a little thing.
Oh yeah.
Put a power cable in it, then it has however many slots you need.
I don't know what the fuck my problem is over here because once I did it and I set it all up and everything's connected, I'm like, all right, well, one of my big issues that I can test is Overwatch gets real laggy and glitchy.
Yeah.
And so I play Overwatch for a little bit and it's going well and then it's getting some glitchy and I'm like, well, I'm not the sole reason why these things don't work, but I don't think I'm not the reason.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if this has really fixed my problem. Trying to stream will be the definitive test to find out if it does. So we'll do a test, not actual kind of stream. So if anyone out there following us here on Twitch gets the notification, feel free to stop by anyway.
Yeah, you could always just put this is a test,
Yeah.
This is only a
This is
test.
only a
Yeah.
test.
Also, Cornbread out here doing the Lord's work. Thank you so much for that,
Thank
Cornbread.
you.
Yeah, I see that. Just booting motherfuckers.
Game time.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah. What do we got? 60.
62.
2. Yeah, let's get a random number between 1 and 62 from the chat.
Back on Time Warner Cable, 62 was Cartoon Network.
62 was, I think, AMC on Cox, because I think 63 was the Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh, okay. We got Scott saying 26.
26.
Then I also painted that mirror I posted
Oh,
on my
I
social
saw.
Oh,
That was really
yeah,
cool.
that's a nice mirror.
medias.
Yeah.
It's right here.
Aw, I like that.
If the LoRC was a spaceship,
Okay.
what crew positions would each one of us have and why?
Captain, because next.
You couldn't figure out how to get your cord in a wall. We can't trust you helming a ship.
That's why I'm not doing the work. Ensign.
Oh,
I'm at the bar, bitch. I'm the guiding up in this shit.
Shut up before I bust you to engineer.
I'd probably be some kind of engineer.
Yeah.
See, I think Steph should be in the bar
I agree.
Yeah.
because I don't want her near any
Excuse me.
computers.
Watch. You guys all fail, and then somehow I end up saving the day.
That's what happens in season. That's what happens in season 5 when Deanna Troy had to take over the ship one day, and everyone learned she actually does have a rank.
And then
Take
she
that, Deanna
crashed
Troy.
the ship in the movie.
She did crash the ship in the movie.
Well, fuck.
So she's batting 500.
I want to be the holodeck engineer.
You want to be the holodeck cleaner upper guy?
No.
immediately-
The engineer for it.
I assume it like just lasers away anything gross.
Oh yeah, they have.
Like it's got like a clean mode.
Yeah, the ship is
Self-cleaning mode?
the ship is self cleaning.
Yeah. It's got like little mites or something that just kind of crawl around and
Nano
Nanomachines.
yeah, whatever. It's what I said.
Nanomachines,
but
son.
I like that we decided just immediately that this was Star Trek and not any other situation.
Do you know any other spaceship with ranks?
A little someone named Admiral Akbar may tell you something
Really?
different.
Yeah,
What did
no,
he do
let's-
aside from
you know-
screaming that it's a trap and then dying in the vacuum of space?
I mean,
It wasn't then like it was the next thing he did.
it is
He
very,
makes it
like
to the next
they
trilogy.
they call themselves a fleet. They're just like, oh, we're the rebel fleet. You're like,
Yeah, so they're multiple ships.
sure, but it's just like, do you guys? You guys just
had
got
rank?
together. You guys are more like a militia. You guys just got together and made a fleet. Like, who's in charge?
Big enough,
really?
big enough militias also have rank.
Do they?
Yeah,
I'll know. I'll ask the people on January 6th.
that they are completely unorganized,
You think?
but like actual resistances and
Vive la Resistance. I mean, I don't want to be anywhere
you
else.
say
but
Sousson at the end there?
yeah, that's
You
what I
said
said.
a little Sousson,
Little Sousson.
little Sousson
Little
rebellion.
Little Sousson Rebellion. I would. Yeah, Star Trek was my first thought too, only because it's the funniest of them all to be. I mean, we've seen things on that ship that we know have jobs. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, other than like Admiral Akbar and General Leia, I don't know what anybody else fucking did on that. You know,
Exactly. And then
Captain Wedge Antilles.
he was just on one ship. And then
And then a smaller ship on that ship.
yes. I mean, I don't want to be on the Death Star.
oh yeah, no.
I mean, their ranking system is terrible. Everyone just gets higher rank because the person in front of you died.
It's true.
It's true.
And then
Yes, I want to be a
Scott's-
gonk droid. That's all I want to do. Walk around. Do you need power? Do you
Gunk,
need power?
Gunk, gunk.
I want to be that torture droid on Jabba's palace.
And then like what? Oh, we're on the Serenity. We have one guy who drives the ship, and then we have 7 other people who are just like, all right, Let's just hang out.
Kaylee's the engineer.
That's it. And that's the only 2 jobs on the ship.
Mal is the captain.
That ship had a hooker. I mean, that's a lot of things.
Okay, fine. We're on the Serenity. Who's the hooker? Oh, it's Anthony,
It's
obviously.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't even finish that. I knew it was Anthony
Yeah,
immediately.
no.
I'm the
I got my
driver.
own ship. There's a lot of like pillows everywhere. I smoke a lot of hookah.
I think I'm again the engineer somehow.
Hi.
Even though I know nothing about fixing mechanical things.
Engines.
Anthony is the hooker / mechanic. He has a very specific type.
I guess between the 4 of us.
Yes.
I guess that
Yes,
would
it's
be-
you.
What's that? No, wait. What's that Final Fantasy character that I see? Like the model cosplayers always dressing up as,
Oh,
like
the-
the Daisy Dukes.
Sydney.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That'd be me, but I guess on the Serenity. I'm real hot and slutty, but also I make the engine go.
Steph.
By just talking to it sexy like.
It's Cindy from Final Fantasy 15. Yeah. Is it Cindy or Sydney? Cindy.
No, it's called
Don't
it's
Photoshop
slutty.
my face on that character.
Oh.
The blonde lady.
I see.
But if we were on the Star, I'm gonna go back with the
Cindy
Star Trek
Ara.
one because I feel it's funnier. So you think you want to be captain? You think you're gonna sit in the
I
big
captain
chair?
this podcast. Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's all right. I mean, if it comes down to the people that make this podcast go,
I also edit and produce this podcast.
yeah, but
So it
he
sounds like
makes
more of
it-
an engineer.
But he makes it happen. He makes it happen.
Yes, Jordan is also incredibly important to.
So you
the
guys are
production of
captain and number 1.
this. Yeah, he's my number 1.
Yeah. Steph, since we're the B squad, where do we
I
want
don't
to go?
know. I started looking up roles, and I was just like, okay.
Star Trek rank.
No. I started looking up sailing ship crew positions, which is totally the wrong thing. And
That's
then I was just like,
that's not what we're. That's not what this. That's not what the spirit of this
Yeah.
is about.
I'll be the yeoman.
that's why I was like,
No,
oh,
Steph-
can I be
Steph,
engineer number 3?
No, Steph, you work in the bar.
I will work in the
Yes,
bar.
if you're in the bar.
Yeah, because you're cool to talk to. People like to come and talk with you and share stories, and you like to drink. So you in the bar.
You're in charge of entertainment for the ship.
Yes.
Okay.
Just recreate that one scene from Final Fantasy 7 Remake when Tifa's making Cloud a drink.
I don't remember. Oh, I remember that. That's really hard to do.
I've never seen it.
She just makes it
You're
drink
the
in a fun way.
you're the activities director.
The activities director.
You make the fun things for everyone to do.
You're
That
the-
I think is a good job for you.
Your secondary job is the party planning committee.
Okay.
Committee.
That's fine.
I don't know what I would want to be then. So, security. I like to
That's the
tell
first
people
thing
what to do.
I was like, the bouncer? The security
Yeah.
guy?
The bouncer of the ship.
Yeah, security. I'm the wharf.
What? The hit Square Enix game, The Bouncer?
Oh, I didn't know that was a game.
Oh, it was such a fun game.
Did you just beat up on people?
Yes.
I can imagine Leland in like a Spock-esque role where he just looks at everyone motherfuckingly. Just like,
He's the
Y'all
advisor
dumb
to
as
the
hell.
captain, you know?
yeah. There you go. In the next gen equivalent, you can be my Deanna Troy.
You know, we'll be out there like, oh,
But
we
I
have
ain't
a
gonna
new
be-
vendor.
I ain't gonna
coming
be
on
crashing
board.
the ship though.
No, because I won't let you.
We're like, oh, we have a new vendor coming on board. He has a meeting with Anthony. The Leland's just like, you can't trust this motherfucker.
There,
He
okay,
has a
see,
meeting with Anthony.
he
No, he doesn't.
Leland, what does your judgy sense tell you?
You know what? Now that you've broken it down in a way, I'm actually into it now. Like before, I was kind of offended that you thought I was the Deanna Troy. I was just like, thank you. Like, oh, what's a character that we thought we were going to have strong writing for, but Whoopi wanted to be
Jesus
on the show,
Christ.
so we gave her all the stuff and just wrote Deanna right out. You
You
know,
only
cool.
had, yeah, they both serve the same purpose.
Yeah, it was just like,
mechanically.
oh, Whoopi's on. Fuck Deanna. But then you were like, oh, he uses his fuckery sense. Now I'm on board. Like, yeah, Like I just sit there. You come in and like, Zorath
This is
from the Klingon
from
ambassador.
Planet
He's
Nine.
you just go.
No.
No,
Not this ain't the one.
my side eye is intergalactic legend.
According to my counselor here, I'm gonna have to ask you to fuck off and get off my ship. I trust my counselor implicitly.
See, now I want to be chief of security so I can escort these motherfuckers off the ship.
Well, you're number 2. You can do anything you want, really.
And then
You're my Riker.
And then Steph is there for color commentary. Anybody want drinks? Drinks? No? Okay.
We're the only bridge with a cocktail girl. Which
This is
sounds
Steph. Hi,
very
I'm
much
Steph.
like a ship I run.
This sounds more. What's that show? Fuck, the Orville than it does Star Trek at this
Yeah,
point.
it's just
Anybody want a snack?
I still
Anyone want
I
a
still
snack?
want to watch that
Want a
show.
snack?
Is it good?
I love it. I do. I mean, they take all the
think-
best parts of Next Gen, poke fun at it, but it's actually,
Yeah.
But it's a really good science fiction series too.
Okay.
I think if you enjoy Star Trek, specifically like the Next Gen, it's good. Space fantasy or like space science fiction tropes, good. But there is like a singular line of shit in it that just it does bug me.
Oh,
'cause
that's the
find
Family
and
Guy
that's-
shit.
That's the Seth
that- yes.
MacFarlane
Yeah,
stuff.
this is Seth MacFarlane.
Specifically,
Yeah.
Seth MacFarlane shit. I'm like, ugh. Of course, the character played by Seth MacFarlane happens to be a big fan of Frank Sinatra because
It's
Yeah, that's the. I mean, it's, like they'll be doing something. I mean, the second season, like they take on like a lot of hot button topics, and like they have shit.
do.
They have shit to say.
Yeah.
But then it'll come in with like a fart joke at the end. You're just like, see, you were almost there.
Aw.
and it's one of those shows where in the future all pop culture ends at the current pop culture.
yeah.
Which is always a thing that bugs me because like he's super into something specific. I forget what it is. I want to say like Muppets or some shit like that. But like that would be me being really into like Renaissance paintings. Like yeah, it's a thing people are into, but don't make it seem like that's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steph, I just thought of the perfect name for the dog. So, see, the dog has white fur and black spots, right? A character I could think of that has white hair but and wears a black suit. Sephiroth. Name your dog Sephiroth.
Oh my god. I
Think about it. Think about it.
note it down.
Steph and Seffi.
And when you're together, you're Sephiroth.
Like you
Christ.
can just look at them just being a cute little dog and just think in your head Sephiroth.
Oh man,
Just-
hearing that live, that part,
I bet that was fucking intense.
I like heard
fantastic.
them, and then I heard them
Felt it.
again, and then I looked over at Jordan and I was like, "Are they saying Sephiroth?" And he's like, "Yes."
I was like,
and
yep.
I was like, "Dude, it's so intense, like fire, a lot of."
Did you not know that before?
Huh?
No, she did not.
You didn't know that they were saying Sephiroth?
Honestly, I thought that was a joke online. I didn't realize it was
No.
actually in the game.
I've never played the
yeah.
game and I, knew that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, I only know Sephiroth because King. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
he's in Kingdom
Kingdom
Hearts.
Hearts.
Yes,
Yeah, he's
Yes,
there.
okay.
Yeah.
he's in 1 and 2. Yeah,
and then yeah, just I remember hearing that and I was like, oh my god, they're actually saying
Like-
it.
like how badass of a villain do you have to be to have your own theme song and to have your name in your own theme song?
That's metal. That's pretty metal.
Fucking pure evil. He's God.
Like, I don't know a single thing about the character other than he's the bad guy.
Yes.
And he's the guy Kenny Omega looks up to.
And see, the funny thing about Sephiroth
about all I got.
is that yes, he is the bad guy, but also on a lot of things, he's kind of right.
Yeah,
One of
he's-
those.
yeah,
Real
he's-
Killmonger kind of guy.
Yeah, he's not saying anything. You can't really pop that theory. You're like, no. But it's still wrong, sir. You're like,
Yes. Like some of the things they're saying, you're right, but you're also killing a lot of people.
Yes.
So I can't get behind you.
yeah.
Magneto was right.
God.
All right, so that's our placements on the ship.
Yeah, apparently.
I'm captain. Leland is my counselor. Jordan is my number 1,
I'm
and Steph
fun.
is in our bar. She's the number fun.
Do you want to do another question?
Doesn't Anthony have a heart out?
He does. So let's hard
about
this out.
10 minutes. All right, we want to cut it short.
Yeah, why not?
Which is why I brought it back to the orchestra and the dog, so we can,
Yeah.
This is
That's a callback.
that.
bring everything full circle. And yes, Kefka is the better villain, but no one talks about Kefka because no one played that game. Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah.
Go on.
I got a heart out because, as last week I mentioned, Vision Video is in
Yes.
San Diego, so I am going to go to my first fucking show in 3-4 years.
Yeah.
I think maybe.
Yeah.
And even that, like, that's going to see like my friends. Like, that's either going to see like D-Lod or Rebecca or somebody like I know tangentially. This is the first time I'll see a band that I didn't know directly
Yeah.
in much longer. But certainly the first thing I've done like post lockdown. So I'm pretty pumped.
that's fun.
I feel I'm looking good so far. So I'm gonna go out there and try not to drink too much and make friends, I guess. So if you have enjoyed this podcast, be sure that you are following us on our social medias. We are on the Facebook, Instagram, and the Twitter, and you can find us by searching League of Ridiculous Conversations, that's us, or LoRC Podcast. There we post about the next shows that we do. We do 3 a week, and sometimes other things. If you're going to follow one, follow that Instagram, because specifically Steph, who does handle all of our social
Yes.
medias, has been really great at posting art from our friends,
Yes.
who we are lucky enough to have fantastic artists as friends, and I love that we've been able to just put that up and put our friends on pedestals that they deserve. The other shows that we do on Thursdays, Steph and Jordan come back for Co-op Thursdays, where they are working on getting through the
Yes.
forest.
Yes, we are. One day we'll
wh-
finish exploring the forest.
Hopefully this Thursday.
Is it just me, or like you're really milking that game?
Oh, we just keep getting sidetracked by
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
Okay.
that too. We had a
Okay.
plan,
Except
and then I realized
I don't know shit
You should-
about it,
yeah.
but I feel like you should be done by now.
I mean, if we were trying to just mainline the game, probably. But
I'm not gonna lie. Like on the trip, if I saw a cluster of trees, I was just like, man, if I had my tools, I could get a lot of materials from that. And then like we just kept seeing stuff, and I was just like, man, it's the forest.
It's like
Yeah.
I get it, Steph. When I see birds, I just want to shoot them because of Red Dead.
it's like Beck seeing the buffalo while they were out in Colorado.
Yeah,
we saw some too.
yeah.
Bison.
Hey.
Bison,
Jordan
yeah,
specifically was like, we
whatever.
could get a perfect pelt with that. And I was like, we can! We can! It was a lot of fun. I can't help
Yeah.
but just see, because we do things like in games sometimes, like when we're out and just seeing it, I'm just like, I could be real productive over here. I saw a snowy mountain. I was like, see, if we were in the forest right now, we'd be exploring that.
It's true.
I
Like,
could be drifting this car right now.
yeah, as I'm walking around people in a crowded place, I think about, this would be like Elden Ring. I just stab this man in the back. He won't see it coming.
Spicy hands.
I'll get his runes for myself and buy something with them.
And then Sunday we come together for Community Gaming Day, where we play multiplayer games with everybody here with us.
And
If
this
you
weekend's
would like-
going to be, all 6 of us will be there.
Woo!
So we'll have our own private room
To try out
For
the
that-
new, yeah, the
for the murder
yes.
game.
For first class
First
trouble.
class
Thank
trouble.
Murder game!
For the murder game.
The murder game.
The fancy version of Among Us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so fun.
So if you want to be up on any of that social medias, if you want to interact with us during the week, we have our Discord, which is free to everybody. Go ahead and find the link in the chat. Reach out to us via any of those social medias. We'll get you that link. We'll get you inside, and we will have a good time. Memes abundant, as well as conversations about video games and general news, I think we all kind of freaked out about that Obi-Wan trailer a little bit.
Oh,
That shit was hot.
It was good. That was a good trailer.
Yeah.
Was it?
I liked it. Yeah, I'm into it.
The music,
Although once
the music
they-
is so good.
Yeah, that
Once
was the best
they-
part.
Well, once the news came out that they took Darth Maul out to put Vader in, I'll be honest, I don't like that.
Yeah, that's lame. That's lame.
I'm sorry, what?
They took Darth Maul out of the story and inserted Vader.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Super
And I
lame.
don't like that. Yeah, super lame. But on our Discord, we'll get you in there. We'll all have a good time together. We are down to 60 topics on the list of ridiculousness, and you can add to it any kind of random topic, anything that you just think of late at night, that you just ponder and wonder if others are pondering it with you. Send those to us at lorcpodcast@gmail.com. Leland, you are one of those artists that I was talking about. We share your fantastic stuff. Where do the people tap that main vein for that good art shit?
Instagram, Leland Pierce Art. You can Instagram and the Facebook. That's where I'm at. Yep. I'm gearing up for May, so I'm not posting much right now.
And we're doing Mermaid?
Mermaid, baby. I got 6 already sketched. I have
Is there a theme?
Not
in
yet.
the
We're
theme?
just sketching fish ladies right now.
Yeah, just half fish people. Sometimes the top half, sometimes the bottom half.
I don't know. You
Do
told
some
me
of
to do
that.
something last week, but I don't remember what I was supposed to do.
I wanted an all Thundercats Mermaid.
I'll give you one.
Okay. I'll let you choose which one to do, and then you can explain to me why it's Panthro.
He has nunchucks.
He sure does.
Is that your favorite Thundercat?
No, but I think that would be like the best looking mercat.
Okay.
Also, we all know who his favorite Thundercat is.
That's why I was thrown off.
Yes, we don't need to talk about it. We're trying to get out of here. Jordan,
Yes, sir.
you have got your own Twitch channel. You're streaming. You're doing things.
Yes, you can find me on most social media platforms. That's Jordan is a Bear, and on twitch.tv/Jordan is a Bear every Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and Saturday and Sunday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, I will tell you that I'm thinking about maybe changing my streaming schedule. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but for now we're going to stick to the Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing. But I'm probably going to mix. I'm probably going to move some days around so I can have maybe a full day during the weekend to do stuff.
Yeah.
Because I generally don't do stuff over the weekends because I'm so focused on streaming. So I think maybe I should go outside and touch grass more, you know? I had such a great time in Denver. I'm like, oh, maybe I should do this more.
Get you time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. But until any of that happens, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, twitch.tv/Jordan is a Bear. Follow me on Twitter specifically for like stream updates and just random thoughts and whatnot. Watch Turning Red on Disney Plus. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it was great. I enjoyed it.
It's not a movie for Leland because it's
Nope.
about girls and Chinese culture.
It wasn't for me.
It's definitely not for you.
No.
Yes.
Steph,
You can. Oh,
your turn.
If you want to see a lot of what I did over the weekend, it'll be on Instagram at Stephanoids. That's STPHUHNOIDS. And I don't know when I'll stream again. Hopefully sometime soon. More or less, I always just want to make sure my connection's all good and all that. But to find that out, and when I go live, feel free to follow me on Twitch and on Twitter and on Instagram. That's more or less where you'll find out what I'm doing. Which again, Stephanoids. STPHUHNOIDS. I post shit.
I've got nothing.
That's perfect. That's okay. Oh, sorry. I was being supportive.
Steph threw me off. I was really trying to come up with something, but I got nothing. So holla at your boy. Find me on the Twitter and the Instagram. You can find me at Spooky the 13th on both of them.
If you want to name this dog,
If you want to call on my attic.
yeah.
See, I
Can-
was thinking.
if you
like
want me to
something about
punch a hole in your attic,
See, that don't make sense. I'm like, if you want to see my Cloud Buster, then like we didn't mention the Buster Sword.
It's true.
So like I really couldn't think of anything to really like latch on to.
oh, good. Well, we'll talk about this next week.
If you want to meet my pussy destroyer.
Damn it!
Lord.
So until next week, I'm Anthony. In alphabetical order, we are
Jordan.
I'm Steph.
and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.